Have you ever purchased a service to quickly discover that it was under delivering based on your expectation? So oversold, under delivered. That is the worst. That happened to me recently. I identified an area in my business that I wanted to grow and improve in, and I don't have the expertise. And so I hired a consultancy, someone with that particular niche so that I could get better faster, so that I could learn and implement quicker than if I were to try and learn it on my own. Sadly, what I discovered was that this company is fantastic at selling and not so great at delivering, at actually fulfilling on my expectations. And I thought I would share this story with you because it reminded me of why I designed RiseUP Coaching to be exactly what it is. And also a reminder that sometimes we learn what to do by learning what not to do. So, my name is Brooke Oliphant. I am the founder of RiseUP Coaching. My consultancy partners with orthodontic practices to amplify your new patient experience and transform your treatment coordinator into a conversion crushing rock star. I focus on the front end of the business to grow conversion, increase profitability while identifying areas that are inefficient or old school and helping you modernize so that you continue to be relevant and competitive in our very quickly evolving industry. And it isn't just the industry that's evolving, it's consumerism and it's competition and it's how ads work and lead generation and what the consumer expects and their ability to communicate with the practice and get questions answered and the experience that they want to have. And for so many reasons, I work with practices to dig in these very fine tooth comb movements that will take you from wherever you are to bigger and better. So that's what I do. Now, within my business, I get to wear these multiple hats. So I'm the coach and consultant for practices. I'm client facing, but I'm also I'm operating my company. And so there are different areas where I would like to grow and improve and continue to evolve myself, which again is another area of expertise or opportunity that I have in partnering with orthodontists because I understand what it means to be an entrepreneur. I understand what it means to start and grow a business and to have to continually evolve, always be looking for opportunities to better your best. So I hired this company to serve a need within my company. I wanted a consultant and advisor to really dig in to an area that I had identified as a growth opportunity, and quickly discovered that they overpromised and underdelivered and backpedaled in all of these different areas that became discouraging, very disappointing. And ultimately, we parted ways. And the way that they handled even the parting of ways wasn't great. And it reminded me that RiseUP Coaching was designed to be a partnership, a true extension of the team, to go beyond templates and modules and kind of self-discovery, trial and error within a platform, to really handhold and encourage and collaborate and problem solve and hold people accountable and support implementation. What I do with practices is highly custom because everyone's pain points and opportunity of growth and strengths and challenges are unique. And I want to help people efficiently get from wherever you are to bigger and better in the ways that are unique to you. So it's not about me and it's not about what worked somewhere else, but it's truly about you. Custom for you because you and your practice and your needs and your goals and your dreams, your why, it's all uniquely yours. So when I was designing RiseUP Coaching, I was really thinking about if I was on the receiving end, what would I want and need? What would truly exceed expectation? What would go beyond what has been normal or the standard in consultant to practice relationship before I stepped onto the scene? And there's so much opportunity in anything. And I think sometimes we look at even the business model of orthodontics, and I see new doctors starting practices that are pretty similar to practices from 20 years ago. I'm like, why are we continuing to just kind of like a stamp, copy paste, like here's the mold? It doesn't have to be that. It's exactly the same in the new patient experience. Treatment coordination hasn't evolved nearly as much as consumer expectations. And so now we're in a position where there's kind of a tension, or it feels harder to sell than it should, and it doesn't need to be that way. So, the partnership of RiseUP Coaching to the orthodontic practice is as rapidly evolving as everything else. As your needs and expectations continue to evolve and change, as your pain points continue to evolve and change, so does my knowledge of the industry, of consumerism, of economy, of competition, and of marketing, to ensure that the way that I partner with your practice always meets and exceeds expectations. That is the goal. That is the heart of RiseUP Coaching. And although frustrating on my part to have this experience with another company that left me disappointed, it was a really powerful reminder that who I am and what I do is of an incredibly high standard for your best interest, because it's my character, it's my nature, it's my personality, but also because I'm not here for average. I don't want anyone to walk away from a relationship with RiseUP Coaching or support from me and feel neutral or indifferent. This is a beautiful industry, and the privilege that I have in partnering with your practice to help you take your goals and dreams to the next level is something that I take very seriously. I take it personally. You become a part of the RiseUP community, and as a community, I want your best to be quickly realized and to be your new standard. So I'm curious again, I'll start with that first question. Have you made a purchase and then you were disappointed? Of course you have. We're all human. We've all been there. But what I see a lot of times is that the resistance from practices, from doctors, when they're talking with me about potentially partnering, it comes through that lens of, what if this doesn't work? What if it is a situation of overpromise and underdeliver? And I understand that. There's actually only a few reasons why someone wouldn't move forward, and that's whether it's an orthodontic practice hiring me or it's a patient hiring you for their orthodontic treatment. It's either a disbelief in the value compared to the cost. Will this really work for me, or is it really worth the investment? Or it's coming through a filter of fear. And I understand. So, if you're curious, if you'd like to know more about RiseUP Coaching and what it looks like to have a partnership, a true extension of your team as a consultant and training relationship, maybe versus other things that you've experienced in the past, maybe some self-pace, study, implement as you pick and choose kind of models. Maybe you've never worked with a consultant before and you don't know what it's like to open the door of your practice to an outsider. What I can tell you is that it offers insight and expertise that fast tracks your growth. And I step into your space with respect. I'm there to learn what you're doing and why you're doing it, and then help you pivot, grow, and change in the ways that are authentic to you. So yes, I'm going to challenge you to change, and it does push boundaries. It pushes comfort zone, but when we understand the reason why and then can see quickly how it creates new wins, then that momentum takes over. You'll be chasing me for more once you realize that it is actually very comfortable and easy to make changes when they're supported and there's strategy behind them. So that's what I would like to do for you. I'm happy to schedule a complimentary discovery call. I invite you to watch other videos, follow my YouTube, sign up for my newsletter, become a part of the RiseUP Coaching greater community, and start to understand that there are different ways of approaching team training, growth, and the success of your practice than maybe what has been standard or normal in the industry. And so when you're ready for bigger and better with confidence and bold moves in ways that are influenced by hospitality and consumer preference, I'm your partner. And RiseUP Coaching would love to help you better your best. Again, my name is Brooke Oliphant. Please reach out with any questions, and I'll see you in another video.